Hello and welcome to Empower Talks. Empower Talks is a dynamic podcast showcasing influential individuals across diverse backgrounds, engaging conversation with notable personalities from various walks of life unfold, offering listeners valuable insights and inspiration. Tune in to power your mind with compelling stories and wisdom that transcends boundaries, igniting positive change. Today we have a very special guest. He's a filmmaker, Mr. Vivek. He's a well-known filmmaker, and recently his film Shanti has been selected in the Best Film category at the prestigious Kustendorf International Film and Music Festival, which will be held in Serbia in this month only. And in this podcast, we are going to talk about films and we are going to talk about filmmaking. So welcome to the show, Mr. Vivek Rai.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so let me start with the first question, which is related with your recent achievement. I want to know how you're feeling because your film is being selected in the Best Film category as Kustendorf International Film Festival. So how are you feeling about it?
At the moment, I'm pretty overwhelmed by the news or by the fact that my films has been selected at Kustendorf Film Festival, which is a
very
big deal
reputed. Yeah,
because the founder is my favorite director. His name is Amir Kusturica.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the only director in the presently who have won 5 nominations in Cannes International Film Festival.
Yeah.
So it's a it's pretty overwhelming feeling, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's good. It's very reputed. Means it's a big thing for North Bengal, for the whole West Bengal region and the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot to us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so how did the idea of Shanti initially come to you?
Shanti is a story, written by Chimi Amulama.
Yeah.
The original title of the story is Footsteps on Forgotten Sand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when I was reading the story, it occurred to me that this can be adapted to a screenplay, and which eventually we can make film out of it.
Yeah.
So the essence of the story, it's pretty deep, right? It talks about gender identity, right? And then I sort of went a little extra mile, adding to some elements in the story, and we came up with Shanti.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it.
Okay,
Shanti.
nice. So what initially inspired you to pursue a career in filmmaking, and how has your journey evolved over the years?
Okay, so I've always been a movie buff my whole life, and it has shaped me a great deal to whom I have become today, and both figuratively and literally. I got involved majorly in theaters, stage production since my school days.
Okay.
Right, and then after completing my bachelor's degree from Delhi University and Nepal, where I worked for short stint in advertising firm.
Okay.
Later I interned in an NGO called Here Nepal.
Okay.
I helped and produced, edit and edited a short documentary.
Yeah.
So while I was in the editing table, my inputs were taken very seriously. I was even directing the editor for cut points, and that came very naturally to me, and I was rather enjoying it.
Okay, so this brings to the next question. And what initially inspired you to pursue a career in filmmaking, and how has your journey evolved over the years?
So I've been movie buff all my life, and when I was in school days, I got involved in stage production, theaters, right? So after completing my bachelor's, I went to Kathmandu and worked in a advertising firm for a short stint, and then I got a job in here in Nepal.
Okay.
So I was, I produced and edited a short documentary, and then filmmaking came naturally to me.
Okay.
So in 2014, I resigned from Care India.
Okay.
And I, with my full gun blazing, I wanted to become a filmmaker. So I decided I wanted to be a filmmaker.
That's nice. Okay. So can you share some memorable experiences or challenges you have faced while working on notable film projects? I know there would be a lot of challenges as a filmmaker you face, huh?
Yeah, I mean, filmmaking is an enterprise,
Yeah, true.
right? So
Uh,
my memorable experience, I mean, I have made like 7 short films, and each have been unique on its own way.
mhm.
So there are like phases in filmmaking. So the first phase is called development phase,
Mhm.
wherein you question yourself so much that why do you want to make this film, right? So that part I find it very interesting. So, and the production side is like totally different.
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
right? So the experience that I have had is like I told you, each film that I made, it's totally unique on its own.
Yeah.
Right? You have to do a lot of self-interrogation. You have to sort of question yourself, because many times, our ego comes into a play.
True.
Okay. So what happens is like, I mean, that should not sort of overshadow your art and craft.
True.
Right? Because if you do that, what happens is like, your art won't reflect nicely, or honestly or sincerely in the screen.
Okay.
Right? So the experiences, I would say like, all the experiences that all the 6 films that I made or 7 films that I made, and it's beautiful, and then it's painstaking also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Okay.
The experiences.
Okay, nice. So, how has the filmmaking landscape changed your career, and how do you stay innovative in such a dynamic industry?
Yeah, filmmaking is dynamic, right? It's changing now and then, every now and then, right? The landscape is changing because with the advent of the easily available gadgets that we have, right? Nowadays you can make a film, shoot and edit in phone.
True, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't need expensive gadgets.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and this has like certainly helped me making films because like I told you, it's like an enterprise, right? So you need like a huge team, you need a lot of money to produce and make films, right? So with the advent of gadgets, it's pretty easy to make a film now. The big studios, they want they are not the only ones in the market, right? So even like us, independent filmmakers who has a very difficult time to make a film, right? We can also make a mark and make ourselves visible in the market. We have platforms like YouTube,
True.
Facebook, right? So yes, that way is it's changing, and I think it's for good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people with with not so true intention, they can ruin the market also. So that's there
right.
also.
That's right. True. So your films often feature strong character development, and how do you approach crafting characters that resonate with audience on a deeper level?
This is a pretty interesting question.
You can give the example related to Shanti.
No, this is actually character is it's a strong force behind every story, right? If you do not have a strong character, you don't have a good story. Okay, so like I told you, while making film, you need to ask yourself, why am I making this film, right? If the character resonates with your inner belief, with your the ideals and principles that you hold very dear to your heart, and if it resonates, then you can make the story. Okay, now you said like it's like my characters are like they are so very flawed.
Yeah.
All right, and because I mean, we are consumed with and we have been doctrined by the axioms that's been already there, that's been already established in the society. So once in a while, I like to question. I would not say challenge per se, but I like to question these axioms that's been indoctrinated to us. So that way is, I mean, and I think everyone has this. I mean, we are guilty of as a human race. Okay, every one of us has guilt inside us, right? So I like to go and delve into that matter, and I think that's why people sort of resonates with the character that I portray in their screens. Okay, and it's so rewarding when people come up to me and say that this character, whatever you're trying to say, or whatever you're trying to portray in the screen, reflects my character as well.
Yeah.
So that ways, it is. That's how I sort of prepare or portray my characters.
Okay, so what kind of director you are? You tell your actor to do this kind of acting, or you follow the natural process? Whatever they are doing, you're completely fine with that.
You see, when I write the script and I choose my characters, but I study them first.
Okay.
Right, and I study their behaviors. I study their inner feelings as well. So I interview them a lot.
Okay.
And then I sit with them for like weeks, days, if not so. If I take them through a journey, and they share their experiences, they share their inner worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
So that helps me to shape their character in the story.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay.
In a better way, or like in a relatable way, so that the actor also can relate and deliver the
true
lines in a way the story is demanding.
Wow.
So that's how I do it.
That's a very nice approach. Okay, so film is a very powerful medium for social commentary. How did you see your role as a filmmaker in addressing societal issues through your work?
See, it's very connecting again, right?
Yeah.
See, filmmaking is a very powerful medium. It is very powerful medium because it can form narratives.
Yeah.
All right. And it has influenced a lot. All right. If you see, the language that we're speaking is in English, right?
Yeah.
And this is not native language.
True.
Right?
True.
And you see the fashion and the clothes that we wear, the dietary habits that we have, right?
Yeah.
These are all soft power,
Yeah.
And then this, the West has like certainly influenced us, I would not say West, the big corporate bigotry thing, right? It has like influenced a lot in many ways, right? In ways you cannot fathom, right? You see, we are so influenced that we are raising our kids like the way the way the system wants to raise us, the kids, right? But if you go and see the most remotest part of India, you see they're like very slight influences of I would say the media, right? You see, they're so vibrant.
Yeah, true.
Right? They're so vibrant and so beautiful. And there's this famous philosopher called Slavoj Zizek. All right, he is from Slovenia, and he says that filmmaking is one of the most perverse form of medium to proliferate ideas. Right? If not done responsibly. So filmmaking is a very responsible avenue. One should like really take a deep look inside what they're doing, right, and then deliver, or else it can form a wrong narrative in the society that has implications, like I was telling you.
True.
If I ask you a question, right? Would you consider a person who can't speak in English an educated person? If I ask you that, right?
He's an educated person.
Yeah. Would you?
No, according to me, he's educated.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but then that's generally.
If
he can't speak in English, then we think that he's uneducated, right? He's uncool.
This is the common notion.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, why am I saying is this? Because see, what happens is like the West has influenced so much.
True.
Right?
I understand.
We do not value our own language.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Your native language is Hindi.
Yeah.
My native language is Nepali. Right.
True.
So we've forgotten our language. Right. How can see what is the level of proficiency in language in Hindi? If you have to mark yourself, how would you rate your from 1 to 10?
4 out of 5.
See. Now in English,
maybe 7 or 8.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
So this is it's a very powerful medium.
Yeah.
And it propagates. It sort of influences people in many ways.
Yeah.
Right. And these are what I call is these are very subtle way to influence people, right? And media being one.
Yeah. Okay. So do you watch OTT?
Why not?
Okay. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is OTT means, I mean, what exactly in OTT?
Means OTT, the web series.
Yeah. So my favorite is Breaking Bad.
Okay.
All right. So I watched it during the lockdowns, and I managed to finish that whole series in I guess in 1 week. And one season is like more than 13 episodes, so you can count. It's like more than 47 to 50 episodes. I just completed it in 1 week, so I was that hooked.
Okay.
On Breaking Bad.
So any OTT web series that you would like to direct?
Obviously Breaking Bad. That's one. And then there's another called Narcos. Right. And a lot of our domestically produced web series are coming, and they look very promising, like the Delhi Crimes. Yeah, I forgot the name of the actress. She's acted beautifully. The story is written perfectly.
Yeah.
Right. Everything was in place.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed. Even in India, we can come up with such powerful, beautiful stories.
Yeah.
And production, obviously.
That's right. So in the end, I'm just going to ask you for the advice. What advice do you have for aspiring filmmakers, especially those looking to make a meaningful impact in the industry?
What the inspiration that I want to give to other filmmakers or upcoming filmmakers, right? Like you see, we've already covered that, because with the advent of gadgets and all that, right, it's pretty easy to make a film nowadays, right? What I'm trying to say is that to all the filmmakers who wants to learn the basics first, right? And then read a lot, watch a lot of stuffs, and then ask question to yourselves. Self-interrogation is very important, because that actually helps you make a good movie, I guess. Because if you do not reach the depths of what you're trying to show, what you're trying to sort of portray, right? If you do not reach at the depth, then you cannot surface the nuances and subtleties of life. So the upcoming filmmakers must read a lot, must do a lot of introspection, right? And because filmmaking it's one of the most difficult jobs in the entire world, I guess, right? And if you Google it, and you will see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there are a lot of collaboration with other departments, right? And if you have an idea, it's just within you only. So you have to sort of communicate those ideas to your team. And it may not necessarily be, whatever you're thinking may not be well reciprocated by your teammates.
True. But you have to come up with the idea every now and then. And as a filmmaker, you should think about it. You should read a lot.
You should read a lot. I mean, like I told you, I missed one part where dynamics. I mean, it's very dynamic. It's been changing over the years, right? Essentially, the fundamentals of storytelling remains the same throughout. Right. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So it's there, right? It's only the exterior part of filmmaking has changed, right? But the inside, the integral part, that remains the same.
Yeah, that's right.
The storytelling method.
So for our audience, can you give us the idea where they can see your movies, in which YouTube channel it is available?
We have a YouTube channel called April Skies Films, and now we have I guess 3 short movies listed there in the channel, right? And later on we are releasing one short film called O Darjeeling. And this year we are trying to make a feature-length film. We are in
the process.
In the process. So our pre-production is going on, and it's called Libistic Kolai. So stay tuned for that as well.
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it does.
So on this note, I would like to end the podcast. So thank you very much for joining in once again.
Thank you, Tawfiq. It was honor to be here and speak it.
Yeah, it was pleasure talking to you. So on this note, I would like to end the podcast. We'll meet with some other guest in my next podcast. Keep watching. Please do subscribe it. Thank you very much for listening.